Let's just say I had a rather... Damn, I had it in my head, now I just fucking forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like half
encounter.
a second in the middle of saying it, just, boop, nope, gone.
Close encounter? I don't know.
No, not close encounters. Just, say I had an experience where a lot was revealed to me that I didn't know before.
It's like, and Yash is the one who's making a snide remark. It's like, what, like sexual preferences or something? Or
Such as being a dragon, for one.
it's like, oh, that, okay.
That's one of the things.
Like, cause I guess Yash is the more down to earth one. Like, it's like, yeah, dragons, just whatever. Just
So
new
help me God
races.
say if you put that fucking rabbit on my head.
Yep. So.
I
don't
see
hurt
you
Claire.
getting into position.
Yeah. So.
They like slowly retracts the rabbit.
Yep. So. And like Malice like kind of taps you on the shoulder. It's like, hey, be nice. It's just a rabbit.
That was nice.
Okay. It's like you were gonna. It's like, so you weren't gonna harm the rabbit.
Hell no.
It's like, all right. So.
Malice, why would you?
It's
think
like Brielog's like, all right. Anything else? Like I guess the Malice is assuming. She doesn't know what Neodra's capable of now.
Hell, Neodra doesn't know what Neodra's capable
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's like, would you like freak out and have some sort of unsubtle reaction? Yeah, they've already butchered and killed a rabbit before, so
Aw.
that was messed up. That was messed up in a whole new degree. Made it into a soup.
the holy hand
into a
grenade of
rabbit.
Antioch.
Okay, I don't know about that. Wait, what?
Did they use the holy hand grenade of Antioch?
No, they just cut it up and ate it, which is probably worse.
Aw.
Oh my god, Clyde could become.
Yeah, that's why you got to keep an eye on Clyde, because he could end up rabbit stew if you're not careful.
No, I was
No,
talking about,
end up the rabbit from Monty Python.
Oh, the holy hand grenade.
That's what happens when you turn a dragon into a rabbit.
Yep. Alright, anyway, so it's like, Brielog is just, okay, so which adventures didn't I see today? And so he looks out the window and he sees the giant red eye of Tiny. It's like, hi! It's like, besides him. So there weren't any other, I think that was it, that was all the adventures, right?
Believe so.
I think
Okay,
Niltaor is
so-
hiding around somewhere.
Well, let me count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Niltaor's the only one who hasn't shown up. Because you guys haven't long rested yet. Nobody's actually rested, so he's going to show up like late. After everyone's already gone.
Okay.
Oh, by
So
the
what
way,
will you
that's
do
not-
now? I mean,
That's not the most recent picture, by the way.
okay.
It's
I
not
thought I
an
had
acid.
updated. Oh yeah, Roll20 was having issues yesterday.
No mean to disrupt, but I just noticed that myself.
Yeah, me too. So because I actually had updated it, but it had not saved for some reason.
Yeah, it was being weird. I couldn't.
Yeah, it was being odd
upload
yesterday. I don't know why though.
I couldn't upload the full size version of it. I had to upload the unsigned version that she showed me before.
Yeah, I don't know what they were
confirming it was
doing with the Roll20 yesterday, but it was really upsetting me because
They probably tried to put their dick in it.
I was trying to edit and I couldn't edit because nothing was saving properly. Alright, there you go. That's the most recent. So now there's like acid burns and shit. She's got acid in her mouth. I don't know, is that a problem? Do you drool acid every so often, or?
You know, I don't know.
Let's find out. So, yes, sometimes.
That's problematic.
Yeah, so you're keeping it in control, but sometimes it just happens. So,
Question: is that a mantine immune to acid?
no, no, it isn't.
Fuck.
So anything will eventually dissolve. Like it doesn't take. It's not as quickly, but it does. If exposed to enough of it, it will melt.
That's not good.
Does anyone have any stops that we want to go to before we get
Yes.
to this?
Yes, I need to stop by
Yep.
Campner.
I would like
And you
to check
immediately
on the
see
status of
Harflim
the
and them
guard.
to go off. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but we're gonna go rest because, like, you see that when she says rest, that's not actually what they're going to do.
I mean, we literally just got you out of there like 2 hours ago or something.
What, resting?
Yeah, they're...
It's like, give us
There
about
won't
an hour.
be much resting in that room.
Yeah, it's like, give us about an hour. So,
Yeah, it's a short, quote-unquote, rest.
Women these days.
Right?
it's like, and Brelock just makes the remark, it's like, I'm just glad my wife isn't like that.
I can make her like that.
It's like, no.
Well, I would like to check on the guard. Last time I saw them, they were in pretty piss-poor condition.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there is a fortress in that area now, so...
Well, that's
So I guess taking a... So, Neandra's gonna go... This is just gonna be a short hour of just... I guess, relaxing somewhat, and just figuring out this new town... And these new things. Adric, what are you gonna do for that hour?
I don't think there's anything I need to do, so I'll just take a short rest.
Okay, so Jangan, what are you going to do for that hour? Because it's like, alright, we're going to take an hour break before we actually go on an adventure.
I'm gonna try and get some upgraded gear.
Okay, so where are you going to go? You're probably going to go to the workshop up to the north. Well, it's like, okay, that's going to be difficult because it's like, alright, what type of upgraded gear? Are you looking for something technological or something just melee-oriented? Or just simple?
I'm just gonna go for new armor, but I mean, I don't know about you.
That's the problem, is like, we really don't have a blacksmith here anymore. The blacksmith's over in Halfway, and the only way to get there is through Say.
Huh.
So you gotta ask Say, to allow you there. This kinda sucks. She has now a stranglehold on blacksmithing needs. Because we don't have another blacksmith of caliber of Tukri, so...
Well, Say is already going to the inn.
Okay, so... I mean, literally, Heartflame, Claire, and Audrey are going to stay here, like, immediately. You're going to go to the inn. I guess Jangan, you're going to ask her to go with, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so...
Okay.
So, Adric, you're just going to take a long rest. Let me move you to the inn. The inn has not changed at all. Let me go actually check and see if everything is in order there first.
It should have changed. It should have a pool now.
Okay. Yeah, true. So, the Legionnaires are no longer there. They're actually moved on to wherever they were going. Oh, that's really... It's kind of empty right at the moment. It's like, it's kind of getting slow. I'm going to have to grab a certain thing. Let's see, they're living there. Galadia is not left. You know that muscle sorcerer, or whoever the sorcerer that was? The green guy? He hasn't left. Still in the same spot. He's literally in the same spot he's been in. So is your mother. She's been Lance Master there. He seems a little bit sad. I mean, like, you guys walk through the front door... And you see that he's still there, and he's drinking alone. It's kind of sad to watch.
Hey, where's like everyone?
Okay, so there are people in there, but it's like it's kind of a slow day at the moment, or at least slow right now.
No, I'm talking about like the other Legion people.
It's like
here when we last left.
it's like, oh, they're back at base. I'll go there in a minute. Just need time for myself. Say what?
How on earth did they get back to base?
Okay, so it's like you ask me like I know, I don't know.
Shrug.
So he's just drinking, so you're not going to bother with him, you're just going to move on.
Well, it's not like I know him that well.
Okay, so so you're both heading to the same... Jangan and Say, you're heading to the same spot, which is Tukri's workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you're back. So, did you ever give her the... You just gave her the plans for the daggers, right?
Just for the blades.
Just for the blades? Like, and she just, You see that they're on an anvil on the ground, and she just kicks downwards, and the blades fly into the air, and she just puts them in one hand. It's like, here you go. This should meet all your specifications, at least, unless you wanted something else. I don't know.
No, this looks good.
And, like, the workmanship is exceptional. I mean, she spent a lot of time and effort on these.
Excellent work.
And it's like, well, if I'm going to do something with an expensive metal, I better do it extremely well, or else what type of blacksmith am I?
I thought we had, like, literal tons of it.
It's like, yeah, but it's still an expensive metal in someone's eyes.
Yeah, I guess because we aren't,
Yeah, it's like,
flooding the market or anything.
It's like I'm not the type to waste material, alright? I'm not going to waste it if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it, right? That was all you needed from her?
Yep.
Okay, so then Jangan is like, oh, you're different. Who are you?
Don't remember me? Maybe something about a broken scimitar? And you just
It's like, oh,
anything
yeah,
else?
I remember that. It's like, I take it you need a replacement weapon.
Actually, I was looking for more of replacement armor.
It's like, and she looks up, and it's like, well, let's see. And she goes over to, like, this is like a storage area. This is where a bunch of extra equipment is stored. Let's see. And she's looking through the roster. Let's see, how many... She goes up to maybe the middle. Like, she's expecting you to follow, but I guess you're just standing still.
Well, I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so so you have no idea what's going on. She hasn't told you. She just walked off and went to this equipment. So, and she comes back with what looks like a chest plate. It's like, here, put this on. She just throws it at you. Which is a dex save of 10.
Oh, lovely.
So. Okay, so you catch it, and it's a little weighty.
Little heavy.
It's like, yeah, well, it is adamantium, so what'd you expect? You expected it to be lighter?
Not really.
Okay, so it's like, well, don't just stand there, put it on.
Alright. Transition.
Okay, so you put it on. It's a little heavier on your frame. Like, it's not very limber. It's a little bit constricting. And she's making adjustments on the side, like doing the strapping to make sure that it's a little bit more limber and that you can actually keep it on. It's like, do you just want the chest plate or do you want the whole suit?
I could go for a suit.
It's like, you sure about that? Like, she looks at you with like a questioning look. It's like, you sure about that?
I mean, probably not boots or helmets.
So it's like, okay, well. So she goes back to the rack and she starts picking up pieces. And you see that without ceremony, she's just strapping it on. Like, she's strapping on shoulder guards, arm guards, greaves, but without the boots.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just adjusting it all. So you're just standing there, and she's doing things like she's lifting your arm up so that she can get a firm attachment to it. So it's like, back in the day, this would have cost a fortune. I mean, but now adamantium is a common metal for some reason.
Why am I not surprised?
Adamantium.
That's like, that is a good question. Why aren't you surprised?
Not like we have a giant deposit back in Mazarek.
It's like, we don't have a giant deposit back in Mazarek. Not that I know of.
Giant robot.
It's like everything that's in Mazarek is being used at the workshop, or at least that's what they're calling it. Sorry, whatever our supplies we're getting is coming from outside. Wherever outside is.
That's not very encouraging.
And it's like, no, but it's here, and it works.
Alright.
So, this is a movement challenge, which is strength, so... strength of 20 is what... So this is a heavy suit. This is different in terms of weight. You're used to lighter... What were you wearing before?
I was wearing chainmail.
Yeah, now this is like solid plates of adamantium, so very different.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so... Like, she tried to thin it out, like, it only takes a little bit. Nope, you're just, you're moving around just like it was, pretty much, yeah, it's just, that just owned the challenge. You owned your armor.
I
And it's like,
expect
she's looking at you, it's like, wait. How are you moving around? Like, she's checking all the plating, it's like, this isn't... How are you moving around like that? It's like, you shouldn't be moving around like that.
You're the expert, you tell me.
It's like, no, I'm not the expert. I just know how to make it. I don't know the properties of it.
I don't know.
It's like, it's like, you're going to have to ask somebody about that, because technically you're not supposed to be moving like that, but you are. So it's like, maybe it's just I don't know anything about dragons, and she's talking as she's adjusting things. It's like, maybe I just don't know anything about dragons or magic or something. You shouldn't be doing that. It's like, oh well, whatever. And she just like she rings she like knocks your breastplate. It's like, you should be fine now. It's like, but was that everything? Are you sure you don't want a weapon? I mean, they're just kind of lying on the ground over there.
Actually, maybe a better mace would be good.
Okay, so it's like, what are we talking? Great mace or just mace?
I'm still going general mace.
Okay, so she just she picks one up and just throws it up in the air and catches it. And like, simple, easy, blunt instrument. Here you go. And she just hands it to you.
All right, awesome.
It's like try not to die in that suit. I mean, you still have you're not invincible. You're just a little bit more armored.
I'm well aware of that.
It's like, all right. So it's like, is there anything else?
I think besides that, I'll be good.
It's like, all right, off you go. And so Tugri gets back to work now that your needs are done. So that gives you new armor. Let's see, are we talking... We're talking armor rating of 25 now, so that's pretty interesting.
That's
this is, you have a solid plate, but remember, you're vulnerable to the hands, the feet, and the head, because you don't have armor there. So
yeah, I guess.
If they're wise, they'll aim for those spots. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
And your mace is now everyday mace. So now you have an adamantium mace. You don't really have that. Let's see. The standard is like a D20 for adamantium weapons, and then I think it's a plus 10 as a minimum. Okay, so the thunder damage didn't update, right? That stays the same. That doesn't update till your next level.
Right.
So, and she's watched, like, before she goes back to work, she sees you do a couple test swings, and now it's like it's electrocuted. Because adamantium it's supposed to be neutral, so you can impose magic on it, it's just not permanent.
That's fine.
Yeah, so it's like, so what do you plan to do with all that?
Do what I can.
It's like, alright. And say, what were you said there's like a pool area, where's it gonna be exactly?
I guess off to the right of the workshop area.
Okay. I don't think there's any room anywhere for that.
I mean, we could
Kinda.
expand the map.
I'll have to expand the map further. So, let's see.
It's just a place filled with hot springs.
Width and by height, so we're going with width of an extra 10, I think it will do. Let's see if I could just find like so it's really just water, right? It's not even, or is it something fancy?
Like a hot spring area. With a pool or two.
So there's just going to be these random avalets chilling in something that looks like a hot spring.
Yep.
So, hot
Gotta be
springs, that
comfortable.
because most hot spring areas are kind of small. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Let's see. Guess we'll go with that. And then we'll go with some sort of border. Is this on the map layer or am I on the right? Oh, that's on the token layer. That's why it looks all weird. And it's clear, which doesn't help me, and I'll have to have like a darker background. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. I think that'll work. Maybe. Oh, are you kidding me? None of these are solid. Do you see that, right?
Yeah, they're
I don't
transparent.
have solid gray anywhere. They're like see-through, so that's not helping me at all. Let's try this. Move that to the back. And then move this to the back. And then expand that. I think that'll work. Maybe. So about that, that's what you're kind of looking for. It's like a it's a black stone. It has a pool of water.
Yeah, I guess that'll do.
Okay, so there's your pool area. And then we got, hold on, let me. So how long has it been since you just put this in? Like minutes, probably.
Yep.
So already you have people in it. Or rather you have what looks like little fish creatures in it. Kind of just swimming around, not really caring too much. Not all of them look the same. Some of them look a little different from what you're used to. Like, some of them are rather large, some of them are kind of small. But right now there's only 4 of them. Of course, then there's kind of the darker one, which is like almost pure black. And they're on the wrong layer. That's why I was wondering about that. Alright. There. So, I mean, do you go visit that area?
Eh.
No, not
yet.
gonna bother. What is Say doing? Why are you always behind the bar stand?
Oh, I need to talk to the bartender.
Okay. So the barkeep, she's not really doing much, so it's like, yeah, what is it? What do you need?
What's money situation like?
It's like, well, we're getting paid. I mean, I don't know. What is it you want? Or
Number?
okay, so it's like it's like, I didn't actually count. I probably should have been doing that in my downtime.
Ah.
So she she goes to the back and she opens what looks like a floor trap. Like, she just opens a door, and you just see inside it there's just things like gold, gems, items.
Oh, is there like a large diamond in there?
Okay, so she's like brushing through it. It's like, I don't see anything that resembles a diamond.
Damn.
So she kind of struggles, like, there's something that looks like a large ruby. I don't know about diamond.
No. It has to be a diamond.
Okay, so it's like, well, nothing like that in there. It's like, do you want me to see if anybody's willing to pay you that, or?
Yeah. Just so I don't have
It's
to.
like, all right. So, and she sees her left hand goes up, and you see it's writing something in common on a piece of paper, and it's like, pay in diamond, if possible. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Once you've got a number on that, That'd be a good time to split it.
It's like, and it's like, and she looks at you, it's like, so how much are you actually asking for? Like, what's a reasonable number for a split for you?
But no, it's more of a percentage thing.
It's like, you're not making my job easier, but alright. I guess I'll get on that. And you see that, like, she goes over to she opens the door, and you see she just does hand gestures upwards with both hands, and the gold just starts to collect on the floor around the bar.
3 hours later, the entire bar is filled with gold.
It won't happen like that. It's just rather just the bar area. So, and again, it's your mother and Galatia have been in basically the same spot since when you left, which is, they're both taking drinks and they're just drinking.
Okay.
So, and she's just counting it, like she's throwing it in there as she's counting it. Eventually she gets to the point, it's like, well, not much. It's like maybe 2-3 grand, I would say. And she's trying to get exacts. 2,780 some, I don't know. Like maybe 85.
Pass 2,000 in 2 separate bags.
It's like there isn't that much. It's like 2,000 into separate bags. We only have about 2,000.
Yeah, 1,000 per bag.
It's like, so you're taking about 2,000 worth of gold.
Yes, that's what I said.
It's like, and what do you plan to do with this gold?
Oh, many things.
It's like, fine, whatever. Like, you could clearly see that she wasn't, like, that's not what she wanted to spend it on, but it's like, well, you're the owner, so you do with it as you will. It's like, you sure you can even carry that much gold?
But, yeah, I'm already carrying, like, 600.
Okay, so it's like, but and like she was gonna say something. I'm just like, all right, whatever. So she puts it in a sack. She closes it. And it's like, here you go. What's this other one going to?
Niltaor.
It's like, well, all right. It's like kind of lazy. He isn't even here to pick up his own funding.
Well, if I take an amount, he should get a fair amount.
It's like, all right. Okay, so that's that. We're moving on. Niltaor, are you guys ever going to take that rest, or are you just going to go off?
What?
So Niltaor's on a rest period, and like, so I guess at this rate, since everybody's already just going out and doing things, Niltaor's going to be behind everyone. So all the action's going to happen, and then he's the one that's left behind.
I mean, we were taking
They're
like an hour
thinking,
to just wait around.
And so Underdark has gotten rid of that, but yes, the soul raiding shield.
Huh?
Let's get that in our eyes.
Yeah, Underwood's gone, so I mean, what are you going to do about that, or what are you going to do? Period.
It's not gone; it's just the thing around it.
Yeah, the shield's gone, so.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna investigate it.
Okay, on your own, without any support.
Guys.
All right, sure.
Count in. I'm just gonna text that. See around.
Okay, so everybody else is they're pretty much not going to be there. It's really just they're going to do an hour. You're doing a full rest, right? At 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be on your own adventure while they're all off on theirs. So say you're really just going to so you really say you're just going to spend an hour like drinking.
No, just pondering.
Just pondering. Jangan, are you going to bother interruding on Say's pondering, or are you just going to... What are you going to do with yourself for an hour? Because that whole endeavor maybe took 5 minutes. Apparently, Tukri's got all this crap just on store. It's like, alright, this is the new weapons you need in life. Everything else is inadequate.
Actually, I'm gonna walk up to the bar and tell the barkeep to get the Lance Master a drink.
He already has Dre. It's like
get him another one.
Yeah, it's like he's had so many since he's been here. I don't think I can give him any more without alcohol poisoning him. And it's like, and you should see the stuff he's drinking. Like she pulls out It's like, this stuff is not meant for most humans. And yet he's downing it like it's going out of style. I mean, I think he's got a problem. I think something's seriously wrong.
And hold that thought.
It's like, I don't think alcohol is like, and you just start walking away. It's like, I don't think alcohol is, oh, okay. Why, where are you going?
I've been in, since I've been in a very similar situation, I'm just going to go talk to the Lance Master.
Mm-hmm. So, are you going to move, or are you just going to sit there? Remember, movement is part of this. You got to move yourself around. Alright, so you arrive at the table, it's like, you. I haven't seen much of you around.
As you're not the first person to say that.
It's like, yes. I heard about the problem you were having. You know, it's a common. Not everyone keeps up with the times.
Alright, let's get to the point. What the heck's wrong?
It's like, so he stops drinking for a bit. I should be dead. Several times I should have been dead. Why am I still here?
We all got a purpose, buddy.
It's like, I've served my purpose several times, and yet I'm still here. I did my share. I died with honor. I died fighting, and yet here I am again. To do it all over again like it wasn't worth anything. It's like, now I understand a bit why the Legionnaires slowly go mad from this. Just dying, fighting, dying again, fighting again. For all eternity. I don't know how anyone can take joy out of this.
Alright, what are you going to do about it?
It's like, it's not like I can. You adventurers keep bringing me back. Don't think I don't know who's bringing me back.
What are you even talking about?
It's like, I'm talking about, like, and he points at Say. It's like, they keep resurrecting me.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
It's like, every time I die, same old thing. It's like, and I'm not prone to suicide. No, I'm no coward.
Alright, I mean, that's good. Well, what are you going to do about it then?
It's like, I don't know. It's not like I can do anything about them. I mean, I'm no magician. I don't know how magicians work. It's not like I can tell my spirit, no, I will not be resurrected again.
I don't know. Maybe join a cult. Join a religion. You have plenty of time on you anyway.
It's like a time I shouldn't have. I should have been dead several times over. This time is somebody else's. This isn't my time. My time ended months ago.
Well, too bad. You have this time. Use it.
Yes. So, and you see, he's getting like, he's trying not to get angry. It's like, you know, how would you understand? Like, you can tell he's like, how would you know? You haven't died, or you haven't been through what he's been through. So it's like, how would you know? And who are you to tell him that?
I'm exactly the person to tell you, because I spent so much time, drinking.
I'm just like, but you haven't spent enough time dying and being resurrected to really understand. I don't think anyone has.
That just means the world's not done with you yet.
Yeah. It's like, no, it means the adventurers aren't done with me yet. The world would have just let me die.
You can say that with 100% confidence?
It's like, yes. It's like, people don't just rise from the grave on their own. Someone brings them back from the beyond.
Alright, fine. Sit here, drinking alone.
So, it's like, if it's because you're here because the barkeep thinks I have a problem, no, it's just I needed time away from the Legion. I told her as much, and I guess she didn't relay that to you.
It's not that. It's that you still, if you're drinking this much, like I've been in your side, man. It's not healthy.
It's like, no, I don't think you have. You've been in the drinking side, yes. And, this isn't a permanent thing. I'm just trying to... And it's like he's holding the glass, and then he just throws it on the table, and it breaks. It's like, to be honest, I can't even... nothing is justified anymore, to me. It's hard to just get up and keep fighting. Or anything. Like, even this is just... nothing to me. It's worth nothing.
Well, if you're gonna keep being resurrected, then go do something you've never done.
It's like, and so, like, that piqued his curiosity. It's like, something I've never done. So... He doesn't, like, he gives you a nod, and then he just leaves. Like, he's gone. He's out the door.
Alright.
So, what's your opinion on that? Like, he's having this... He said it loud enough where it's like, yeah, I don't want to keep being resurrected. I don't want to have to live and die the same life 100 times over.
Spell doesn't work, and if the soul that you're resurrecting doesn't want it to work.
Very true. Well, he doesn't, like, remember, he's not a magician. He doesn't know that. Like, he thinks, oh, I don't have a choice, when in essence, like, he never tried to fight it. It's just one of those. It's like, alright, well, I guess I'm getting sucked back into this again. So, but now he's like, I don't know what you just unleashed, but it's like, you basically told him, maybe you should do something else.
Alright, well, nobody told me to do that, so...
Okay, so... Alright, so that would be... Your hour-long rest would probably be up, and now you're moving on to whatever else, so...
So I was just reading that entire time.
Okay, reading what, though? Oh, Jesus.
The
Reading
Book
what,
of
though?
Law.
What were you reading?
The Book of Law.
Oh, the Book of Lore. About what? I mean...
It's just called the Book of Law.
So, I mean, you were just reading it, but you don't exactly know what you were reading.
Well, I probably know what I was reading. I just out of character.
I mean, what would you be looking at in the Book of Lore? There's so much in there. It's like, what would you be looking
This
for?
would probably be lore, I assume.
Just go from the start.
Okay, so this Book of Lore would not have anything really to do with this land, though. So you'd read it, it's just like, what is this? Like the context, some of it, it's a book of a lot of lore. It's not just this land, so it took you a while to find it. By that time, though, it's like you spent an hour just browsing through it. It's like, all right, where are we in this? Like, where's Munashe?
No,
It's
I
like,
didn't
alright.
care. I just started this start and kept reading.
Say what? Okay, so you didn't learn anything about this land. You learned about a lot of other lands, but you didn't learn anything about this one. Because it's a big book, and it's got a lot of lore on a lot of lands, so...
Cool.
Alright, so you're back. Claire and them have not appeared again. I take it... Oh, wait, there's copies of you. You should probably not be there. So...
Can you move us onto the map?
Yep. So... Do it. So you're back in Mazric. Adric was in meditation. We're going back to Earthroot, and actually... Because we can't get to Niltaor just yet. Like, after this, then we'll get to Niltaor. Because he's on a solo adventure. So, Niadra, you were going to go check the garrison, right?
Yep, I was just gonna check the garden.
So,
and,
I mean, for
take a
one,
long
there's
rest.
no guards in the square now. It's like there's this massive fortress in the western part of the city, along with there's an airship in the sky above that, or at least something that's floating above it. You don't even know if it's an airship. I don't know if you know what technology is, or that technology.
I do not, so I'm just gonna look up at it.
So-
Neat.
And
A balloon!
and Malice is like, well, that's different.
It's certainly new.
So, And you see two legion. You see two guys in power armor. You don't quite know what mark they are. I mean, the legionnaires here now look very different in their armor. So he looks over, and then he gives a signal, and you see that the massive iron gate in front is opening. So in the courtyard, you see like the Legion are now numbering at least 100 or more. Like there's 3 squads on the walls, but you see that there's at least 100 soldiers in here. Some of them are training, some of them are resting, some of them are doing other things. So you just walk straight into the courtyard, or?
Yeah, I mean, open the gate. I mean, shit, yeah.
So you see Reese is there, you see Lineman is there in the center. Hold up. Oh, never mind. You see, like, in the back, there's a Legionnaire with one arm, there's what looks like a bandit and an Inquisitor, and then there's 3 other soldiers. So Reese is the one who looks up, and Lineman looks up, and it's like, who are you?
It's like, oh, you don't recognize me?
It's like, no, I think I would recognize a dragon.
Yeah, that's a recent development.
It's like, that didn't answer my question, really.
I'm the one that asked you to help the guard get in shape, and I see you did a fantastic job.
That's like, no, I didn't do any of this. This is, I guess Scholar is the one taking most of the credit. I just train them how to fight. He's the one that gives them the gear. I mean, look at them now. It's just like, and he's showing you like the how some of them are now specialists. Some of them like have heavy weapons. It's like they're a proper army now. They're not just militia, I guess.
Having gear is one thing. Knowing how to use it is another.
It's like, I wouldn't know where to begin to know how all these systems within this armor. That's not my specialty. Leave that to the other captains. I just train them in the basics. How to use a blade, how to use a fist. I can't teach them how to use, what do they call it, a firearm?
Yeah, I prefer being in close combat.
It's like, oh, don't worry, many of them do as well. And he shows you, like, you see that there's drills happening, and you see that they're using both. They're using they're using blade and shield. They're using two-handed weapons. It's like sometimes the basics is exactly what you need.
Excellent. When I left here, they couldn't even injure me with the punch.
And it's like,
looks like they actually pose a threat.
And so he goes over to the cap. Like he goes over to one of them. It's like, you show them what you can do. And so he doesn't even break stride. He throws the axe at the dummy and it cuts it in half.
Excellent.
It's like, so yeah, we've advanced. And so he walks in close. It's like, to be honest, I think it's because of the armor. I think the armor's helping them cheat a little bit.
Considering what they're going to be fighting, I don't care.
So, that's it's like, true, I don't like this whole, but I still don't like this. It's like, this is unnatural. This is now
so is what
metal versus metal. This isn't even flesh on flesh combat. This isn't martial prowess. Now it's who's got the bigger weapon. Who's got the more advanced weapon. And it feels
True.
Unnatural. It feels less honorable.
It wasn't always who had the biggest weapon, but who could use it.
It's like, and now it doesn't matter. I mean, some of these weapons can stop boulders. Great impacts, and you don't even need any training to use it. You just put it on.
Yeah.
It's like, this entire war effort. I'll be glad when we can put these all away, and this technology is never brought up to light again.
We'll have to deal with Glowspire to take care of that.
It's like, that is the intent. That is the ideal.
But at the very least, the guard looks up to the task.
It's like, that is yet to be seen. But at least they're better equipped than they were before.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the guard status. So now what? I mean,
well, I'm gonna leave them to it. They seem to have things under control, so I'm gonna go back to the inn.
okay, nothing. You're not gonna question the giant airship or any of that.
I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Okay, just gonna say screw
That's
it.
above my pay grade.
Yep. Alright, so moving on. So Malice is the one that's like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I can fly now too. So I mean, but
that's a
no.
giant piece of metal and that's floating.
Yeah.
So
Metal doesn't float.
yeah,
The
well, it
fuck
does
is
now.
this?
So okay, so yeah, you don't have a pay grade, but you get the
I know.
idea. So
What if I
moving
still have my
on,
old
now
unit
we're
again?
going to move to Niltaor. Niltaor, I hope you're active.
I'm here.
Okay, so Niltaor, you're not even. Where are you going to go right after the inn, or after the mansion?
Yeah, to Underdark.
It's Underwood. It's
Underwood.
Underdark. It's like I was wondering what was wrong with that statement. Where do you come out anyway? Like, where were you when you?
Like right beside, because I went straight into my personal.
From where? Like, from Mazrik or?
No, after we the whole vortex of souls and
Oh, the
stuff.
Soul Vortex. Oh, you're not even. You didn't go that far, so you're actually back in the flooded ruins.
Yeah, I'm right about there actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll. I guess in count. How fast can you go anyway? It's not that far away. It's like maybe 30 miles. 40 miles, and you'll be right in Underwood. So even if you're not going, you'll basically get there in a day. Speaking of which, you'll be at nighttime by the time you get there. So it's like it's cresting the morning now, roll encounter. That's what you have to do to get there. Your mission. So this is going exactly as I thought it would. So it is eerily quiet in this area. I mean, there is no wildlife. There's no souls. There's nothing for literally miles around.
But before I go into the actual city, first I'm gonna make my clothes look like rags.
Okay, so you're trying to be inconspicuous.
Yeah, also disguise kit.
Okay, to do what?
Disguise myself, like put on some paint or.
Disguise yourself as what?
So they don't recognize me because I'm on like lots of wanted posters.
Wait, what? Wait, I don't remember. Wait, what wanted posters?
They're like
wanted posters.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Not entirely. Please elaborate.
They put out wanted posters for all of us.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the 6 faces of everybody who was everybody who was part of the rebellion. They wanted dead, and they were willing to pay bounties. But again, it came back to the same thing, which is. Speaking of which, are they still in circulation? Apparently, yes. So that will be something you guys have to worry about. You will have to worry about bounty hunters, which adds more interest to the mission that Thorn is about to go on. Because now, bounties plus pirates, you never know what's going to happen there.
Dead pirates, probably.
Okay, so you are... Let me move us to the map. So... You could tell this was a great spell because around the edges of the town there is basically a trench of where the spell had dug into the ground. Lucky for you, it's not a big trench. You can walk across it. But it's like, this spell was so potent that it had dug a little bit into the earth. But now that you see Glowspire, you see that... Now that you see Underwood, it looks deserted. Only one area looks intact. All the other areas, they look like ruins. Like, from where you're standing, anyway, on the outskirts. So, I mean, what now? So, you're dressed in rags. You see that Underwood is generally... it's like, it doesn't even look like a city. It looks like ruins. So, Yuki's like, well, that's not what I expected. I was expecting... It looked like a city, but... Does any of that look like it's inhabited? Like, she's pointing at the skyscrapers, or she's pointing at the large buildings, and they look decrepit, like parts of it are missing.
Yeah, both the deserted or dead.
It's like, well, I don't see any ghosts. Well, it's like she made a joke because she can't see ghosts, so it's like I don't see any ghosts anywhere. Do you?
Let me check.
So
Anything?
this area is devoid of ghosts. There's no, like, most of them I guess you freed with that spell, but now it's like, where is everybody? There's no one here.
Investigate, see where is everyone.
Yeah, it's like there's no one in this area. And like I said, you're looking around and only one place, like only one part of the town actually looks intact. The rest looks like it's been abandoned and burnt out for a long time.
Where is that?
There's only one area that's darker than the rest. So,
alright.
So this is directly south. It's just, and you could tell this city would have been very grand if it had been left intact. But now it's just a decrepit ruin. Like you see, there's a massive outer wall that would have protected it, but that wall has several holes in it. It's decrepit. The stone looks like it's falling apart. There's a tower that you're approaching. The tower's already fallen down. So, and what's worse is the quiet. I mean, there's not even wind. It's the only sound you hear is your own footsteps. And maybe you're breathing.
Eerie.
Yeah, it's eerie here. So you're just going to walk into the wall. Or you're just going to walk into this town. Apparently, it's not even a ghost town. Because there's no ghosts.
Abandoned.
Yeah, it's an abandoned town. So you walk in. Why are you taking such a circuitous route? Like, why don't you just walk straight? You're just taking, like... Even Yuki's like that. It's like, why are you walking in that? Why are you walking... It's like she's walking straight and you're walking, like, in this weird jaunting pattern.
Just looking.
Okay.
Being careful.
It's like you do realize you can look and walk, right? You can walk a straight line unless you're... Are you drunk or something?
Not yet.
Okay, so... And she puts it aside as you're just being ridiculous. So, inner town, you could definitely tell that this place was nice. I mean, the houses aren't made of wood, they're also stonework. The stonework, even in a decrepit state, looks very elaborate. Like, there's some carvings on it. Looks like they put a lot of work into it. But now it's just ruins. And now it's just, most of whoever lived here is gone. And you can't help but feel the amount of magical energy that had flowed through this place once. I mean, it's just... You can feel it, there's a massive amount of arcane energy in this place. Thankfully it's not overwhelming, but it's like, think of it's one of those... This place probably would have been overpowering, sense-wise, to anyone who wasn't attuned to magic, because it's just... If this is dormant, and you can feel it so easily, what would have happened if it was active?
Yeah, we know. Almost Bane is getting close to it.
Mm-hmm. So you could try to use your arcane, you could try to use Arcana to try and figure out where the center is, at least for magic. Because this place is like there is no water. Like there's channels, they clearly look like they're supposed to have water in it. There's no water in them. Like everything's dried up.
Hmm.
So, in terms of Arcana, what's the Arcana channel look like? So, you passed Arcana, and you do know the general direction is southeast. That's where most of it seems to be coming from.
So, basically the part that's still kind of decent. Almost.
Yep, so the part that does, like, out of all the places, it looks the most intact. Everything else looks decrepit.
I'm just gonna head right there, almost.
Okay, so...
Being kind of careful and looking around.
So, you're being careful, but, I mean, there's no really need to bother. You're being careful. Yuki's just walking straight through. It's like, there's nobody here. Why are you being careful?
I am careful because I can't see anyone. Why is everyone
It's like
gone?
you're just being paranoid.
Paranoid survives.
It's like, true, but sometimes paranoids just look stupid, and it looks funny. Unless you want me writing about this. It's like, alright, you can continue being paranoid. I'm just going to walk straight. So you're walking to the edges, like, and you see that probably at the center there might have been a mighty fortress which would have housed a pretty large army, but even that's just falling apart. Everything's falling apart. Yuki even makes a point, like, she touches a wall and the wall crumples inward. Like, she barely tapped it, and it's like the stonework already came loose and came off. It's like... Yeah, she does, and she's talking a lot. It's like, wasn't this place supposed to be like a rival to Glowspire? What happened here?
Wondering what made that killed.
It's like,
live there.
what happens when Glowspire realizes their greatest enemy is no longer a threat to them? It's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to be good for us either. Okay, so, like, have you stopped moving, or are you still moving? Yeah, you're still moving, so... So, yeah, and now you're approaching this part, and it's like, the part you're approaching, it looks like a lot... Compared to the rest of the place, it looks like this place is habited. At least it looks like that. You don't hear any sound coming from it, though. But it does look like this area is... It's nice looking. It's not decrepit. It's just and considering where it is, it's basically an island in the middle of a sea of... there's no water. So it looks like there would have been channels to separate it from the rest of the island and some sort of port, but in the end, it's like, what is up with this? There's no water here. And it's like, think of where you are. You're the flooded ruins. Why is there no water in this area? And you're next to the ocean. Why is there no water in this area?
Good. Anyway, go straight to the bridge, I guess it is.
So, you get close and you feel like there's a bear, like there's force walls on that bridge. And so you hear a voice. It's like, "Who are you? What do you seek here?"
Oh, money? Traveler?
It's like, "Then we have no use for you."
Workers?
And so Yuki's like, "I don't think money was the right answer."
Then money work.
Okay, money work. It's like, we have no need for you. So remember, these are force barriers, which is, if you recall, those things are practically indestructible to most damage types. If I remember that correctly. I don't know, will that actually work on that?
That is the one thing that will.
The one thing that'll blast through
Niltaor
a
has.
force wall?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna give up my disguise for that.
You're not going to give your disguise to disintegrate a wall?
I won't
That's
give up your disguise, though. That'll just show that you can use magic.
So, Yuki's like, well, you got any other ideas? I mean, I don't see a way past that.
Also, you can teleport past a force wall.
Couldn't just...
Yeah, technically you could just teleport past the barriers.
Sure.
So, you teleport directly into the place?
No, just behind the fourth wall.
Okay, so you're behind there's like two on the bridge, so... It's like, and so, it's like, you are gifted in magic.
Two things? That's
It's
awesome.
like, and so you see the second wall come down, it's like, come to the center. We have much to speak of.
Oh. Around there?
Okay, so you see, you're at the center of town and there's nobody around. This place looks like it's habited, but there's no people.
Where is everyone? Jesus Christ.
Okay, so it's like there is no one. And so you see a man walk out of one of the houses. Like, he just casually opens the door and just walks out. And it's kind of hard to look upon his armor because it's just, you're not sure what it's made of, but for some reason it hurts to look at. It's like, I advise not looking at my frame very much. Try to keep your eyes on the face. That's like,
Right.
I'm sorry if
Alright.
my humor is a bit dry.
Fine.
Hmm?
Won't promise anything.
Yeah, so it's like, very well. Why are you here?
Well, I saw a town in this and maybe thought I could get work or earn a few coppers
like,
or anything.
It's like no normal person would approach this place with an objective as lofty as that.
I look normal to you.
It's like, no. Though the
I didn't
disguise
have it.
would maybe fool a fool. Maybe not me. And so it's like, I know
Okay.
who you are. You were one of the ones in the ruins, weren't you? To the northeast. You cast the spell that caused the souls to be freed and disabled the barrier.
So done no such thing.
Okay. What
It's
about
actually
another?
true.
Say what?
I have done no such thing, which is honestly actually true.
Okay.
I wasn't one who did that.
Okay, so it's like, but you were among them. So
What?
tell this to your friends. They have made a grave mistake. It's
Yes,
like,
you did
yes, I understand the need to free the souls, but their souls were here for a purpose. It's like, it was to maintain the barrier, to give Glowspire the illusion that there was still a great enemy that would oppose them. Now, no such enemy exists. And now they will simply conquer. With no one to keep them in check, they will move to dominate the land. It's like, they have the resources to go on a campaign of destruction. What you have unleashed is your own doom, my friends.
Who are you?
It's like, my time is limited, so I must be quick. I was the one who first cast the dome spell. So I was the one who, I would say, created the spell. Many of my colleagues did not agree. I was a fool, though. I persisted. I thought I could keep the dome stable, but when the dome came live, all those who lived here, slowly, one by one, they were sucked into the field, like it was designed to do. I tried to save them, but I couldn't. I am all that remains, and even I must pass.
A bit morbid.
It's like, we wanted to defend ourselves from what we saw as a threat from the other city, but in doing so, we destroyed ourselves. Yes,
Understood.
it is morbid.
See that.
Say what?
Look around. Yeah, I see that.